The death of King Edred and the rise of King Eadwig, a transitional year in English history. The year 955 marked a significant turning point in English history, with the death of King Edred and the ascension of his nephew Edwig to the throne. These events encapsulate a period of both stability and flux, where the foundations laid by Edred's rule set the stage for the challenges and controversies that would come to define Eadwig's reign. What are the historical context, political implications, and early consequences of these pivotal events? King Edred's reign and legacy. King Edred, who ruled from 946 to 955, ascended to the throne following the assassination of his brother, King Edmund I. Edred inherited a kingdom that was still grappling with the aftershocks of Viking invasions and political fragmentation. Despite his chronic ill health, Edred demonstrated remarkable strength as a ruler, working tirelessly to consolidate his control over England. His reign is particularly noted for its role in securing Northumbria, a region that had long been a focal point of instability due to its history of Viking settlements and resistance to southern English authority. Edred's most notable achievement was the solidification of a unified English kingdom. He leveraged both military might and ecclesiastical support to assert dominance over rebellious factions in the Danelaw. His close alliance with the Church, particularly with figures such as Archbishop Odo of Canterbury and the influential monk Dunstan, strengthened his rule and reinforced the Christian identity of the English monarchy. By the time of his death in 955, Edred had successfully brought Northumbria under firm control, leaving behind a kingdom more unified than it had been in decades. Despite his successes, Edred's health remained a significant limitation throughout his reign. Suffering from a debilitating digestive ailment, he ruled much of the time through trusted advisors, including Dunstan. This reliance on a cadre of loyal clerics and nobles ensured continuity and stability, but it also highlighted the vulnerability of a monarchy dependent on the personal strength of the king. The death of Edred. King Edred's death on November 23, 955, brought an end to a reign marked by quiet but significant achievements. He passed away at Frome in Somerset, likely succumbing to the illness that had plagued him for years. His death left the throne to his nephew, Edwig, the eldest son of Edred's late brother Edmund I. At the time of his ascension, Edwig was only about 15 years old, raising immediate concerns about his ability to govern a kingdom still vulnerable to internal and external threats. Edred's death also marked a transition from a king who had prioritized unity and ecclesiastical cooperation to a young and inexperienced ruler whose reign would be characterized by division and conflict. This shift would have lasting consequences for the stability of the kingdom. The accession of King Eadwig. Eadwig, also known as Eadwig All-Fair for his reputed physical beauty, was crowned king shortly after Edred's death. His youth and inexperience presented challenges from the outset. While his ascension was uncontested in a formal sense, divisions within the royal court and among the kingdom's powerful factions quickly became apparent. Eadwig inherited a throne where the balance of power between the monarchy, the nobility, and the church was delicate. One of Eadwig's first acts as king highlighted these tensions. During his coronation banquet, he famously quarreled with Archbishop Odo and other members of the clergy over his choice of companions, including Aelfgifu, a noblewoman with whom he was romantically involved. This incident, often dramatized in later accounts, has been interpreted as a symbol of the broader struggles between the young king and the church. Eadwig's relationship with Aelfgifu, whom he eventually married, was seen as a scandal by many in the ecclesiastical hierarchy, further straining his relations with key advisors. Early challenges and controversies. Eadwig's reign was marked by a series of disputes that revealed the fragility of royal authority. His attempts to assert his independence and challenge the influence of senior nobles and clerics, including Dunstan, led to political fragmentation. Dunstan, who had been a trusted advisor to Edred, was exiled early in Eadwig's reign, signaling a shift away from the policies of the previous king. This exile weakened Eadwig's position, as Dunstan had been a unifying figure whose reforms had bolstered the kingdom's religious and administrative structures. The political instability of Eadwig's early reign was compounded by regional divisions. By 957, just 2 years after his ascension, the kingdom had effectively split into two, with Edwig ruling Wessex and Kent, while his younger brother Edgar governed Mercia and Northumbria. This partition reflected the dissatisfaction of northern and midland magnates with Edwig's rule and highlighted the enduring challenge of maintaining unity in a diverse and sprawling kingdom. Historical significance of 955. The year 955 thus stands as a watershed moment in English history, marking both the end of Edred's steadying influence and the beginning of Eadwig's tumultuous reign. Edred's death signaled the passing of a generation of rulers who had focused on the consolidation of England, while Eadwig's accession highlighted the difficulties of sustaining that unity in the face of personal and political challenges. Edred's legacy as a consolidator of the kingdom laid the groundwork for the later achievements of Edgar, who would reunite the kingdom after Eadwig's death in 959. Eadwig's short and troubled reign, by contrast, serves as a cautionary tale of the perils faced by a young and inexperienced monarch navigating the complex dynamics of 10th-century England. Conclusion. The events of 955 underscore the fragility of royal authority during this formative period in English history. While Edred's death marked the loss of a capable and pragmatic ruler, Eadwig's accession revealed the challenges of maintaining the unity and stability that Edred had worked so hard to achieve. The transitional year of 955 thus encapsulates both the achievements and vulnerabilities of the English monarchy, setting the stage for the continued evolution of the kingdom in the decades to come. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, and subscribe to Medieval Chronicles 1066 for more journeys back to the Middle Ages. Stay curious.